What's up guys, Cubeologist here, and today I have something that I think is pretty exciting. We're going to take a fairly quick look at the unreleased WeiLong GTS version 2. Okay, so let's get into this. The first thing you notice when you pick up this puzzle is the size. It actually comes in around 55 millimeters, where the original WeiLong GTS came in at around 56, 57, as you can see right there. Now, out of the box feel when it comes to this cube doesn't exactly mean much because it came unstickered and not in a box at all. I think these are prototype versions. So these stickers are not the ones you'll actually get on the puzzle, these are just my preferred shades. But first off, let's take a look at some of the pieces and see if this actually warrants the name WeiLong GTS version 2 by comparing it to the original one. You can see here that the corner design actually hasn't changed too drastically, although this is a 3-piece design, so hopefully we can look for stickerless puzzles in the future. But the biggest changes, I would say, are the lack of the grooves on this new corner and the base. As you can see, it's a more simplified base. It's kind of wide, where this one had a couple tracks on it. And that'll make sense when I look at the edges. All right, so the first thing you notice when you look at the edges is the addition of these bumps. Now, I really think that these help with the stable feel of the new GTS V2, as opposed to this. As you can see, it doesn't have anything here. And what that does is, that leaves a lot of space in between the corner stalk and the edge. Whereas with this, you can see that it snugs up next to it just like that. And when it turns, I think it adds a little bit more contact, which makes it feel more stable. And you can see here, this new corner base where it's simplified, it fits right under that torpedo and it just glides smoothly. On the version 1, you can see they did like a double anchor system where you have this small lip going under that inner track right there, and then this upper lip going under the torpedo like that. But I think all that's kind of unnecessary, and this one simplified system just like this will work just fine. And center cap design hasn't changed too much. They still have this lip around the center cap, and you can see that it's missing that bottom piece right here just because of the simplified design of the edge. Whereas with this one, it's kind of curved and it zigzags back and forth like that. To keep it flush, they had to complicate the bottom of the center cap. Whereas with this one, it's just simpler and it still has all the contact points. And I think simpler is better. So now we can talk about what all those design changes actually amount to as far as feel goes. So I do have a small confession, and that is that Chris actually magnetized this puzzle for me. But aside from the small bumps where the magnets actually actuate, I can still tell that this is a very smooth puzzle, and it's actually really fast. I had to tighten it up a whole bunch whenever I got it set up because it was just flying out of my hands. And of course, that's something that can be taken care of with lube or tightening the tensions like I did, but it's just something to note. And it's also super smooth. I think it's even smoother than the original GTS. Yeah, this is definitely smoother. And corner cutting is something that people overlook nowadays because they expect every good cube to have it. But just to hit all the bases, I'll show you that it does cut over 45 and almost line to line reverse. Actually, it does line to line. Cool. I would say that the feel of this puzzle is somewhere between the GTS V1 and the Valk. It has the smoothness of the Valk, but there's still a slight bump like the GTS V1, which I kind of enjoy. That small feedback actually helps me stay controlled in my solves. But like I said in the intro, this is not released yet. It'll be out in a couple months, I think. But I really appreciate the Cubicle giving me the opportunity to show this puzzle on my channel. We only got so many of these, so it was a big deal that I was allowed to have one. So thank you guys. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and you'll hear from me really soon. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.